this video is the spec that we did on Sunday's show. I hope you enjoy. And as always, you know what this is.
Doesn't matter. What does matter is that the tone says it's the Newbie Spec of the Week. Now, the tone just educated you. See you on the hunt, jabronis.
This is Anthony from Streetside Comics, and this is Newbie Spec of the Week.
What's up, guys? It's Dustin with Two Brothers Comics, and this is the Newbie Spec of the Week.
G.I. Joe Transformer #1. Yes, crossover, having both. You guys heard me rather say that I really think that this stuff is happening. You guys always hear me say, too, that Hasbro has committed billions with a B, not to be communicated with millions. I'm talking billions. They are investing billions of dollars. I do want to give a big shout out to Vancouver Comic Junkie. He was the one that kind of put me on this book a few weeks, maybe even months ago. White cover. Again, it's the first series with obviously Transformers and G.I. Joes. Raw copies selling anywhere between $5 and $20 on eBay. The last CGC sold was a 9.6 for $114. That is extremely low, especially for that grade. I did not see any 9.8s. Vancouver always tells me. He goes, well, his name's Chris, so I don't want to call him Vancouver, but Comic Junkie. He's always saying they're in bins. He's seen them in bins. I guess it would just depend on your area because I told him there's none of those in my area. I have not seen this book in the wild yet, but this is definitely a book that I would put into your mind. Master this cover and search it because you really want this book.
Yeah, I'll be honest. I didn't even realize this crossover existed. I mean, I'm not a big of a Joe comic fan as much as Face or even you are, Newbie. So this is actually a bit of a surprise to me that this crossover existed even back then. So I don't know. I have really nothing much to add to it, but
I love both these franchises, and I know Hasbro is trying to angle towards building the cohesive movie universe and probably put these together in the future. So it is definitely something we could see. To be honest, even the IDW crossovers that they've done with G.I. Joe and Transformers and stuff like that, are probably worth looking into. It's been awesome every time that they've crossed over these series. So
it's kind of heating up. Some copies that were on eBay not too long ago are kind of gone now. Definitely a book that I would recommend everybody trying to look for.
Yeah.
I probably actually have the copy that I got when I was a kid. So
I'm assuming I would assume there's a newsstand for this as well, right?
I think so.
Of your 14 copies, I'm sure you have a mix of direct and newsstands, I would assume.
Yeah, I think there is. When it comes to the actual G.I. Joes, there's a lot of second prints, so you have to be on the lookout for that. This one, I don't think there is second prints like that other one, so I think you'll be very good. Definitely a book I am definitely looking for myself. There was a 9.6 on eBay for $80, and it sold. You can imagine, right? So
yeah, I mean, how could you not? G.I. Joe and Transformers, that's fucking awesome.
Yeah, I can definitely see this book going up. So take that for what it's worth. Again, don't buy 1,000 copies of this and then tomorrow morning tell me, hey, it didn't pan out yet. We got Spider-Man Annual 22. What the hell is that? What
That's funny.
Hell is this? Wow, it's the first appearance of Speedball. You guys can read that second quote. Laugh. I'll wait.
Oh, don't worry, I already did.
I forget who I was chatting about this book with because somebody had brought it up to me, right? And I go, oh man, you know what? I think it could hold some value. I think it could be something, could be a sleeper. And that person laughed at me hard. And I don't understand why, because this person brought it up to me and was talking to me about it. And then all I said was, you know what? It's cheap spec. It's something that possibly could happen, whatever. You don't have to like the character. I get it. He's not. Your kid's not going to dress up as Speedball for Halloween. Okay, put it that way.
Look at that fucking costume. It's awesome.
They're not leaving the house if they're dressing up like that.
You know what I mean? It's only funny and stupid until it happens, right? That's the way it works. Cheap spec. Raw copies sell anywhere between $5 and $30. The last CGC sold was $9.4, $100 Canadian.
Correct me if I'm wrong. I'm trying to think. I can't remember. He was New Warriors, Secret Warriors. Which fucking team was he on? I can't remember.
Wait, I think Bricks has a point. Wasn't he part of the reason, like the whole school bombing that happened during the beginning of Civil War in the comics?
Yes, he was. That's why I think it was the New Warriors. I think that was the team that they were on at the time. I could be wrong.
New Warriors. Okay, yeah, everybody's saying New Warriors. New Warriors.
That and actually that could be an interesting storyline for a Disney Plus series to explore. So I could actually see this happening.
Listen,
in that DC Snowflame though. Oh no, wait, he wears white spandex. So
guys, listen, you guys go look. Some of these have been picking up. It's cheap spec. It's things like that. I haven't seen it in the wild. I've seen a few people who have spec'd on this and who have talked about this in the past, collected and things like that. I mean, again, it's only stupid until it happens. If it hits, I'm going to look like a genius. If it doesn't, nobody's ever going to remember. I really do think that it's something to be on the lookout for, especially if you can find it in dollar bids and things like that. So, something to be on the lookout for. That's all.
You know what? See, here's the thing. I'm laughing, but I'm laughing for a completely different reason. Like, I love this spec, because Marvel it has shown and is showing that they like to play around and explore the different aspects of actually being a superhero and how hard that actually could be. And that storyline with New Warriors fits that mold. So, yeah, like I said, I mean, a Disney Plus show for even just that arc, like they did with WandaVision, could be something that they do in the future, and it would be pretty dope.
But again, guys, this is definitely a book I would be on the lookout for. Vancouver's saying you'll definitely be a genius. Okay, well, hey, I'm hoping.
It is cheap as shit, so I mean.
And this book I can get behind this book a lot more than that book that almost made me have an aneurysm on your last show, the Rob Liefeld Captain America one.
Oh yeah, dude. But people, dude, I've seen that book so much now, though. Like, it's just, oh man, it's crazy.
The chest.
Yeah, well, it's not so much the book itself, but how much people Newbie mentioned on his slides that they were paying for it. I think he said up to $60 for it.
$60, yeah.
That shit.
Ricky Barnes. Yeah.
Ricky Barnes, yeah.
Next book, and I believe it's the last one. But if you're looking for a quick flip, well, here you go. Amazing Spider-Man 86, because if you can't get the first appearance of Black Widow, and yes, we do have a movie coming out. It is Black Widow, and it does come out in July now. Newbie, but why are you telling me this? People should know. Like, look at the first appearance. Yes, but what did I just say? If that's out of your reach, what do people usually go for? The next best thing. What has the last two shows taught us anything about spec or anything about when people decide to go get a book? It doesn't matter if it's right in front of you, people will still go and chase it. And I think as we lead up to it, this book, because of the fact it's an origin and because of the fact that Cameo's origins do matter, I think this one will see a price increase. I really do. Last CGC sold was an 8.0 for $415. I'm not saying go pick up an 8.0 for $415. I'm not saying that at all. What I am saying is if you can find a really good copy, send it to a really good presser, this could be flipped into something really quickly. Again, Black Widow's done. So unless you're like a big fan of the character, you're probably not going to hold on to it, but you can make a quick buck there.
Yeah, I mean, this is definitely, I'm actually surprised that despite us being very close to the movie, that this book is flying under the radar. Because, yeah, you hear about the other Black Widow books kind of heating up, like obviously her first appearance and Inhumans 5, the first Yelena Belova. Yeah, I mean, and obviously Red Guardian's also been spec'd on Taskmaster. So this one kind of is falling under the radar, but yeah, and we know how collectors are. Once certain books, like those books that I mentioned, once those start getting priced out, they'll start going for these other books like the Origins or her second appearance and all that. So, because I haven't heard much about this book yet. So this could definitely be something that will heat up once we're closer to the movie, even though we're pretty close as it is.
I like this book because, first of all, I actually like that cover. It's pretty cool.
You have 14 copies of this one, is that what you're going to say?
What's up?
Are you gonna say you got 14 copies of this one too?
No, actually, I'm gonna have to pick this one up. I don't have this at all. But yeah, I think I'm definitely gonna grab this one. Like I said, I like the cover, for an old school Spidey cover, with Black Widow on there and everything. And personally, I'm a big fan of origin stories, and I think they should be a thing. So you're gonna have to grab this one on Newbie's recommendation. Thank you, Newbie Comic.
Like I said, from an investment and a flip, I know people are gonna say, "Well, Newbie, we already know a movie's coming." Yeah, we also knew that WandaVision was coming and Winter Soldier, Falcon was coming, and people were still late on some things. We went WandaVision 3 episodes, knowing that Agatha was right there, and that book did nothing until like the 5th episode or 6th episode. Okay, so it is what it is. If you want to make a few bucks, again, is this going to be a $1,000 book? Well, I don't know, because an 8.0 sold for 415. So if you find a really high grade copy for cheap, maybe. But at the same time, you might be able to make a few bucks, and that's all you really want when you're flipping and investing really quickly. Chef is saying, Newbie, do you see this book as a flip, whether the movie does well or not? For me, if I come across this book, I pick it up, like I said, for all those reasons that I just mentioned, and I could get it cleaned and pressed and all that stuff. It would definitely just be a quick flip, and here's why. Black Widow's done. They've made it very clear that Yelena is going to be the next Black Widow. Scarlett Johansson is done with the role. This movie was, I don't think anybody's going to come out and say it at Marvel, but let's be real. This is kind of just one of those, out of respect, we're going to give you your own movie for everything that she's done for the projects, right? Maybe in flashbacks, of course, but what are flashbacks going to do for a character that we already know is dead and they can't bring her back? They literally said that in Endgame, that they can't bring her back. The fact that the character's done, it's going to hold value, right?
That's the video, guys. Hope you enjoyed. As always, 9:30 p.m. Eastern Time on Sundays and Tuesdays. That's where I'm at. Later.